Steelers hire Mike McCarthy. just
God.
hard right turn here. Hard right turn. Speaking of, is that no, it was a different matchup. But yes, Steelers hire Yinzer, Pittsburgher, former Pitt GA, which I am as well. That's kind of a little brotherhood we got, but that's only overlap I think me and Mike McCarthy have. But Steelers hiring him. Any angle here? I love how even we have it on the note sheet. Any angle here that where you like this, where this is like something positive, short, medium, long term? What's the first steps for this franchise to you, Matt, or next steps for this franchise to you? Is it re-signing Aaron Rodgers to just sell some season tickets? I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess so. I can't believe that I've spent the last 2 weeks railing on I don't need to hear where anybody grew up when it comes to head coaching searches. And then the Steelers hired Mike McCarthy. I can't believe that. And that was it seemed to be that was 60% of the selling point. Which, by the way, the last time you guys did that, Pittsburgh, that was when you drafted Kenny Pickett. Oh, he's right next door. We looked all over and
searched the whole world. And he was right next door.
How did that go? I mean, geez.
Were you happy?
Look, maybe I actually think for some teams, I could have been okay with Mike McCarthy. Remember, I did the coaching spreadsheet and I had 2 5s. The 1 to 5 scale, the only 2 5s were I would actually make fun of you if you hired Jason Garrett or Antonio Pierce. Yep. Those are the 2 guys that would have actually laughed if you hired any of those guys. Because somehow Jason Garrett got an interview in this head coaching cycle with the Tennessee Titans. Mike McCarthy wasn't that level. I'm not making fun of the Steelers for hiring Mike McCarthy. I think certain teams, like the Titans, had they landed on Mike McCarthy, it's okay, we just need to get a professional operation in here, a guy that's been a head coach before, a guy that can put together an offense that I think might fit Cam Ward. I could kind of squint and see that, even if it's not my favorite idea in the world. So I think for certain teams, Mike McCarthy would have been okay. For this team, it's just really, this is what we're doing. It actually really just reaffirms to me how much whether Mike Tomlin clearly was the one who was ready to be done with Pittsburgh and ready to be done potentially with coaching. Jay Glazer has reported Mike Tomlin is done coaching. He's not going to go back. And, we'll see about that. We'll see. But that's what people said about Bill Cowher. I remember, I grew up as a Panthers fan. My whole family's in North Carolina and hey,
it's a great call.
Bill Cowher's got a house on Lake Norman. Bill Cowher's got a house right down here. He'll be the Panthers coach someday. And that never happened. He stayed up on a pregame show forever and ever, and probably made pretty good money, had a good time doing it. So this really reaffirms to me that Mike Tomlin, he was the one that really 100% initiated this divorce, and the Steelers were not ready to get out of the cycle of mediocrity and the cycle of okay, we're just going to be good enough to make the playoffs and we'll see, because that's kind of what you're doing here by hiring Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. I mean, I think even one of the Rooneys was oh yeah, we're not rebuilding, which is okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. You and what army, you and what quarterback? I also, the line that I loved, and I always believed that this line, maybe it's just, hey, they only have to make 3 hires and it's just a low denominator thing. But they say they hire the smartest guy in the room and just give him enough support to make him work, to let him work it out. And it's Mike McCarthy. Okay. A guy who McCarthy can do enough. Players do like playing for him. The offense will be above board. I'll give him that. But this guy has now, honestly, he's coaching 3 legendary franchises now: Packers, Cowboys, Steelers. And you got to remember, that's Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Dak Prescott. And then now insert QB here, Rodgers, part duh. When he was the last calling plays outside of the bosoms of top end quarterbacks, it was the 49ers in 2005. He was the OC there.
Oh yeah.
And that was one of the worst offenses you'll ever see. And then before that with the Saints, and I get it. It wasn't the ideal Saints situations. Aaron Brooks was pretty fun. I get all that, but it's not I'm writing home about the early aughts Saints. And that's just very scary to me when you don't have a really good quarterback making things look really good. The things I remember about Mike McCarthy, And I did think that, that team should get some respect about how they were playing on offense, and the defense kind of fall apart at times. It's just kind of like couldn't get it all lined up perfectly, but they had some good teams. I'm talking about the Cowboys here. Was they hit a Monday night game? I want to say it was against the Eagles, and he's botching the end of half situation when he had to call a timeout on a punt.
Oh,
I know this is
always.
obscure, and it's like, which game are you talking about? But that's how you remember Mike McCarthy. It's not like he's some game plan extraordinaire when I'm like, man, at least he gets these guys going hard. Like he gets them playing hard. Man, that's not off. But they like at least like Vrabel and stuff. Like when I watched him with like even with Tennessee, like I had worked with some Vrabel stuff. It was like these guys played hard, and they actually felt like everybody was playing to their fullest capabilities. Like McCarthy's teams, or just I don't know. Maybe it's just working with Aaron Rodgers or working with the Cowboys. But to me, it was just kind of like, oh, okay, like just a shrug of the shoulders. Like that's just kind of what this feels like. Sell some season tickets for some name recognition. Maybe they have some idea plan what they're going to do, but just for a team that felt like they needed like a deep reset, it was just they just kind of like kicked the can to like, oh, we'll do that. We'll deal with that later.
Okay, three things. One, the perfect reaction to this hiring is this Bill Murray gif that you've got going on, or clip that you've got
you like that
100 times during this. So number one,
it's never been more applicable than it has been the last couple weeks.
I have no idea what that's from. Couldn't tell you in a million guesses. No,
Ed Wood.
I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Heard of it. Anyways,
it's a Tim Burton movie. It's in black and white. It stars Johnny Depp. Highly recommend it. It's about the worst director that's ever lived.
I appreciate the recommendation. It's no slight on you. I'm never gonna watch that. But yeah, you know what? I've watched your clip from that 100 times because it's been so applicable during this coaching cycle. Sure. And yeah, that's sure. Like that's exactly what the Mike McCarthy thing is. Second thing, you mentioned those 2005 49ers with Mike McCarthy as the offense coordinator. Alex Smith was the first overall pick. He started 7 games for that team. He threw 1 touchdown to 11 interceptions. Could you imagine if that happened in today's look? Sometimes I think this is stupid when people talk like, could you imagine if that happened in today's social media climate? But could you imagine if that happened in today's social media climate? Right. That guy would be tarred and feathered and would never be allowed back in the NFL. So there's that. My third thing, and this is actually like a real Mike McCarthy thought. While like you said, I think perfectly, the offenses are above board. I said like you could, if you needed to get Cam Ward on track, you hired Mike McCarthy. I could kind of get this.
Yeah.
But the last 2 places that he's left, he leaves Green Bay. They hire Matt LaFleur. The offense immediately feels more alive and feels way more modern. The Cowboys, they mutually part ways or whatever. They hire Brian Schottenheimer. He brings Clayton Adams into the mix, which LOL, the Eagles requesting to interview Clayton Adams. And they're so like, funny. Hell no. Thanks for trying though. But immediately that offense this year's feels way more alive than it ever did under Mike McCarthy, and just so much more dynamic. That to me, if I was a Steelers fan, among the 20 list long reason of why I hate this, that's the thing that would drive me crazy, is like we're shooting for get above board. That's about the best you can hope for here.
Yeah. That's why I keep making jokes about the season tickets. That's what it feels like they're doing. They're just like, get a name we know. Because it's harder to, I mean, Chris Shula is Chris Shula, but like, Shield House or something from the Rams. It's like, we got you got the offensive coordinator for the Rams? No, we got the next guy. His title's not even offensive coordinator. Passing game coordinator. Yeah. He's supposed to be great. Don't get me wrong, all that stuff. I've heard good things, but it's just one of those, it's just funny. It's just what you're selling, because it's really hard to find a quarterback in this class. I see the mocks coming out, and I see Ty Simpson getting bumped up there because there's nobody else. But that is, you don't have to take a guy. You don't have no one. I get it. You want to have a selling point. You want something to build around, but you got to be right. You got to at least have an inkling. You can't just throw us around willy nilly. That's why I even thought when Kenny Pickett got drafted by this team, I was like, well, just chill. Like, you don't have to take him. Just let someone else take him. Like, you don't have to be the team. So I don't know. So like, it just seems saying just long-term plan. They have some cap space, a pretty aging roster, at least defensively, but they have some cool younger guys. Don't get me wrong. It's just messy team. I mean, the teams left are all messy. Cardinals are messy. Browns are messy. Steelers are messy. Different flavors of messy, depending on what you like. I actually like the Raiders because you got freaking Mendoza, and you can at least sell something there and at least build something. You got some weapons on offense, even though, crazy owners everywhere. But